It's pretty good. It's got good memories for
Damn.
me.
Okay, fair enough.
So
I have
before
to
we
side with
start,
Cokes because yeah, what's up?
no,
There you
I
go.
want to hear this Coke theory you got.
Oh no. It's because I went to school where the Coke headquarters are at. So
Oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool.
yeah, I have to side with them. You know, the
I
building was
heard that
basically like
they sell Coke for like 25 cents each, right?
no.
At HQ, I'm pretty sure that like the actual factories that make the
Oh.
like products, you can buy cans of soda for like 25 cents. We had something
Oh,
like that.
I wasn't at like the factory. I was at
Oh, it
like
was
the
Monster.
World of
So
Coke. Oh,
where I grew
yeah.
up, there was a Monster factory, like a Monster plant that made Monster cans, and you could buy cans of Monster for 25 cents each.
Holy shit, that's
No
awesome.
joke. Yeah, it was fucking insane.
Interesting.
So before we start, I want to say that I did watch back my own games after this, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of mistakes that I had and questions that I was going to ask you. I kind of answered myself, but there are still a
Okay.
lot of things I don't understand.
Yeah.
Most of it, like the two big ones, is I don't understand damage, and two, I don't understand how I'm supposed to get farm.
Ah, the two classic, huh? All right. Let us take a look then. Which of these you want to start with?
Um, let's go with here. Let me open up some notes. So I actually ordered them in order. So I did the first one, League Game 1, is I got absolutely fucking shit on in this game.
Uh-huh.
And I felt like it would have been good for me to get coach on this for mistakes that I made.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
The second one, I feel like I did pretty good. And I felt like I won pretty hard. And the third one, I did kind of medium, and I felt like I just didn't really know what to do.
Ooh,
Uh,
this is spicy. Let's talk about this. What do you think?
so I actually know immediately. I watched his back, and I remember I got super triggered about this because I was like, "That's kind of bullshit that Nautilus can just walk up level 1." But Nautilus didn't really walk up. I kind of walked up. Like
Mm-hmm.
way I'm watching this back, like when Nautilus walked out of the bush, I walked towards the Severe for some fucking reason. I don't really know
Mm-hmm.
why I did that. I should have walked towards my
So,
Maokai, right?
well, what's the problem here, I guess? Well, first of all, of course, the first question is there a problem? But I think we both know there is a problem, right?
What am I? Is it because I'm
So,
targeting the Nautilus, or
what do you think?
it,
What's the main problem here?
the main problem here? Uh,
Yeah.
fucking. I mean, I'd say what support? My support's too far away.
Okay, let's say. Oh, let me get my pen out here. So we would say if your support is too far away, then fixing like a solution to the problem is Maokai's on top of you, right?
Okay.
So, does that solve the problem?
Yeah.
How does it solve the problem?
So we just jump Sivir.
How?
Why do we even want to fight level 1? I don't even want to fight level 1 though.
So is that the problem? You see how this works, right?
But does that mean that I should just let them freely walk up and bully me out?
Yeah, I mean, who's stronger, level 1?
Yeah, you're right. They do have a hook.
Well, you know, it's like,
I mean,
you know, who
they are stronger than level 1.
can you even fight back? Right. So it's like, the question you just asked, oh, should I let them just walk up and bully me? I mean, you don't have a choice, right?
So do I just accept that I'm gonna lose farm and just try to soak XP and that's it?
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's say this is Alistar now. Is this not the same thing? What do you think?
If that's Alistar?
Yeah.
I've actually never played with an Alistar, so I don't know.
Okay, let's say this is like let's say it's like a Soraka now.
Oh, we lose hard.
Hey, how was the Maokai? Better or worse?
This is my first time ever playing with a Maokai.
I mean, you know what Maokai abilities do, right?
Yeah, he doesn't fucking do anything to help me, so...
Perfect. So, better or worse than Soraka?
Worse than Soraka.
Yeah, worse. I would agree, right? So, what does that tell you? What's the problem here?
So, basically, like, this lane is doomed until, like, 6, and I get some items.
Ah, yeah, something you can come along, something like that, right? So, what do we do? How do we play this kind of strangely then?
So, like, right here, I could immediately start walking back behind
and
my Maokai.
How would you ever know that? You know, you have like half a second of Nautilus walking up.
How would I know that he's gonna do what? Like walk up like that?
How do we have this mindset of making sure we're like not trying to do stuff?
Just like knowing the strength of my opponent's lane versus my own lane.
Sure, you can come up with something like that. And when do you want to know this?
I don't know.
There are like certain points in the game we can like insert our new idea, right? So it's like, oh, you can insert it like when you want a minion. You can insert it when you see Nautilus is trying to fight you. Like at this point, it's too late, right? So now that this is too late, right? So when is ideal? For some others?
For when is ideal for me to
know that you didn't want to fight level 1 or whatever.
like right when he walked into the bush.
Like here, right here.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, you can say that, right? So if we say that this is our point of, oh, we need to make sure we know what we're doing in lane. How do we know what to do in lane?
For this, it'd just be not fight.
Okay, and why?
Well, we don't really have any kind of catch level 1, and we aren't really good at all in because I don't have my root yet.
Right. Well, what are we basing our lane strength off of?
Like my lane or theirs?
Both.
Are you talking about the video you made? Like the trade versus catch versus
yeah, lane matchups, right?
All right. Well, I don't know, fucking.
What is it based off?
Oh, how to.
Like what role? What role do we focus on for laning phase?
I'd say that we're fucking like all in.
No. Like,
what do you mean?
What role defines the laning phase for the most part?
Oh, support?
Yeah, support, right? Because let's say this is not a Saber. Let's say it's a Kai'Sa. Does anything change here?
Not really.
Yeah, not really, right?
The only thing that changes, it's like what, Draven?
I mean, yeah, Draven they go even harder, I guess, right? Or maybe Lucian, right? Something like that. But it is any ADC, and you're still getting dumpstered, right? And this, if your support changes, oh, that's a big difference now, right? Let's say you have a Thresh instead of a Maokai. Oh shit, now we can do stuff, right? So look at the supports, and we say, what does Maokai want to do? What does Nautilus want to do?
Maokai wants to protect me farming. Nautilus wants to get me.
How does Maokai protect you farming?
I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck we're supposed to do. So
that doesn't make sense.
Do we literally just throw the farm and just be like?
Yeah. What is Maokai good at?
Poke, fucking minions and shit.
Have you seen a Maokai win by poking?
Not really. Like
I haven't either.
It seems kind of all in to me.
What's decisive win? Decisive win. Which ability is a decisive victory?
It's W.
Yeah, it's W, right? So, does he have W?
No.
How do you win?
I
don't know, right? So that's kind of we're looking for a Maokai W on who?
Severe.
Yeah, hopefully Saber, right? So if you don't get a Maokai W on Saber, we're gonna get dumpstered, right? And then of course Nautilus. What is Nautilus looking for?
Nautilus is looking for a catch on me.
Agreed, right? Me. So well, if we take a look at this, and he's walking into the bush, what does that tell you?
So right now he is. I mean, I don't know.
What's your mindset? What are you trying to do here?
So
what should you be trying to do here? Is a better question.
Hide from hook.
Yeah, exactly. Just definitely.
I mean, I'm safe from hook right here. Right here, I'm safe from hook.
Here?
Right.
That doesn't look safe, right?
So I wasn't actually paying attention to the minions.
Yeah, exactly. What were you paying attention to?
I was paying attention to my farm, and I was like, all right, so my minions are right here, and they can't hit me. But then that minion died, and those minions immediately walked up.
Exactly. So you see, it's like this is what most players do. They're like, okay, I'm safe here. He walks up. Oh, I hide behind the minions. I'm safe here. But then you're not because they just hit you, right? Doesn't make sense, right? We're missing something here. Where this whole idea, we want to avoid this whole fight, right? Instead of oh shit, now you find yourself stuck in an impossible situation is the problem, right? Like what could you have done here? Nothing, essentially, except die, right? So it's like, how do we prevent something like this? And it's always gonna be matchup, right? So at least at this level, it's most of the time it's gonna be matchup based. Where do you know what makes your lane strong? Do you know what makes their lane strong? Abuse your strength. I don't know what
makes our lane strong, to be honest.
What is Maokai doing?
I don't. What bush strats?
Yeah, they can't get in the bush without taking a million damage, right? So they never can go in the bush, right? That's part of what makes Maokai strong, right? And then the fat sapling got fucked up, feels bad. But and then his W, right? So Maokai's a shit support, but you got to deal with it, right? Sometimes it'd be like that, but it's gonna be kind of this what's it called? Thought process. No matter what the champions are bot lane, right? Let's say for example we have like I don't know, Xayah Lulu versus Caitlyn LeBlanc, right?
Caitlyn fucking LeBlanc.
Yeah, what's going on here? What do you guys want to do?
Not fight.
Wait, why?
They're gonna outdamage the shit out of us.
How do they outdamage you?
It's a mage and a fucking. I don't even think they're like. I don't know. Like so when I played that game, they just poked the shit out of me.
Right? They can poke. What can you do then?
I don't know.
What is Lulu strong at?
So
Remember, look
lost.
at the supports, right? What is Lulu strong at?
I don't actually know.
Lulu's not good at anything?
No, I'm sure she is. I'm saying I don't know. I'm not saying she's not. I'm saying I don't know what she's.
I mean, you've seen Lulu before, right?
Not really. No. Most people. So because beginning of when I tried to start climbing, I was like bronze 1. When I tried to start climbing, I was like, all right, I want to actually get good at this game. So in bronze 1 up to like mid gold, everyone and their mom either plays for support, like they just play fucking Soraka Nami because it's easy mode, or they'll be like playing Thresh Blitzcrank and shit because they think that they're like gonna make challenger plays. I don't really come across supports like Lulu's or like Alistars and shit like that, which are kind of like the in-between supports. They're still good, and I'm sure that they have like their strengths that are really good. It's just that like I don't know. I don't really play with them that often.
Okay. Well, I guess from now on, when you see it, you can say, "Oh shit, Lulu's." Try and figure out what the champion's really good at, right? Because if you don't know how strong a champion is, then how can you? Yeah, like what are her abilities? Do you know?
Yeah, shield, poke, fucking giving me the extra auto attack.
Extra auto attack.
Is that all of her abilities? Yeah, so it gives you like a speed up and a shield. And then
okay. What does her Q do?
She has like that little poke.
Yeah. She's gonna like lance you, right? Yeah. Like some kind
but
of
we can't out. Whatever. We can't.
What about her W?
Isn't that the Oh, that's the. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about pacify. Or I guess it's not called pacify. I'm used to magic. Sorry.
No worries.
What's it called? What's it called?
Polymorph or whatever.
Polymorph. Yeah, I'm used to magic, so I said pacify. Yeah, polymorph. Okay, I forgot about that.
And then what about her E? What does her E do?
That's the shield, right? Like she speeds you up and shields you.
Yeah. So which one of these do you think is most useful in lane?
Polymorph.
Polymorph? Okay.
Well, against poke, probably.
Thank you, Loco, for the raid. Holy shit. Shield, right? Shield's pretty good, right? No, here's a hint. Lulu wins, mostly through shooting, right? So if you have a shield and they don't, what do you guys want to do? What would you think?
Trade.
The easiest trades of your life. LeBlanc walks up, easy trade. Okay, they do that 5 times, you win the lane, right?
The thing about that, right, is I actually typed that to her in the beginning because I had the idea of that for shielding. I'm like, all right, this is easy. When the LeBlanc goes to poke me, just shield me, and then you get a free Q and I get a free auto. And like it's just a trade. It goes off like that. She W's back and it's whatever. But literally the LeBlanc would jump on me or the Caitlyn would headshot me, hit me, and then like half a second after she would shield me.
Sure.
Like she was literally just missing it.
Well, you're not gonna expect them to shield the damage, right? Or like shield before the damage hits. You can keep going though. You can make a small trade into an extended trade. No. You can still use the shield to your advantage. Of course, it's not gonna be perfect, right? But I think we're getting a little bit off topic here. Let's look at this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this section real quick. What do you think's going on here?
Maokai's leaving, but I didn't want to leave a frozen lane like that.
Sure. You see a common trend here with what you're saying from earlier? You didn't want to lose minions either when they were walking up, right?
Yeah.
What conclusion did you come up with?
Literally just have to accept that we're going to lose the minions.
You literally cannot stop it, right? right? So in this case, you don't want to. Of course, you don't want the lane to be frozen on their end. But how do you stop it?
I guess you're right.
It's impossible, right? So you try and stop it, of course you die, right? So this is very much we're seeing an idea of there's something that you want, but you can't figure out how you do it, but you try and do it anyways, right? Or it looks kind of Monka-esque to try and get it, but then of course if you go for it, you get insta punished, right? So if it seems impossible, we don't do things because maybe we can get away with it. We kind of want to do things because we know we can get away with it, right?
Yeah.
It's always going to be a main idea in League of Legends. Consistency. Does this always work? Yeah? Oh, nice try on the Maokai. Oh, okay. This is kind of feels bad. All right, let's talk about this. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like another thing that I want to say is that, like I said, I'm coming from bronze 1, and I climbed up this high. I don't know. I climbed up this high. But now I guess I'm starting to get into the realm of where people actually like look at their maps for things like teleport, or actually know how to bully a matchup with like Nautilus. And I wasn't. I don't know. I guess I need to be ready for that kind of shit.
Okay, you mentioned something really interesting earlier. That was about like damage, right? How do people do damage? Is it?
So damage trades, right? I feel like
yeah.
so the reason why I permabanned Brand right now is because I've been W'd autoed by him and I lost half my HP and I don't know how that happened.
Well, let's
level 1. I was level 1. We walk up to each other, or like I just walk up to go get farm. He walks up, W auto, and I'm at half HP and I don't know how it happened. Like I feel like I don't know how to stop poke lanes is what I'm saying. Because it feels like right, so they're trying to poke and say that my lane is alright, we'll use the Caitlyn LeBlanc versus my Xayah Lulu, which was the example for there. Is that they try to poke me, but I want to try to trade with them. The thing is that they poke me, alright, now I'm gonna try to go in for the trade, but because they already did the damage to me with the poke, they're gonna win the trade anyway. So I don't really understand how am I supposed to trade with somebody when they've done damage to me first? Because from then on they're gonna do more damage, right?
Let's take a look. That's an interesting way to think about it, right? You think since they hit you first, they're gonna win, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So like Soraka cues you guys and silences, and you say, "Oh shit, we can't fight because she already did her damage first," right? That's the idea. They're like hitting you with the poke, and you're like, "How do I trade now?" Because they already hit me, right?
I wouldn't really feel that way about this because this is like an all-in catch lane with Lucy and Thresh. I know with this I can outdamage them, but I'm talking about the Lulu Xayah versus the poke lane. Like we want to trade, not all in and fight, just trade. Do some damage and get away. I feel like no matter what, we're gonna lose the damage race because they poked me.
You said something
first.
interesting. You said you didn't want to all in, right? Why not? What's wrong?
I mean, LeBlanc one-shots you level 2. I don't know what I'm supposed to do against it. She literally does like half my HP. I don't get it.
Okay, so maybe we should have seen that laning phase so we can go over specifics, right? Well, you said something interesting that you didn't want to all in with this lane, right? How come?
I just said I feel like if I try to fight, LeBlanc will one-shot me.
But she can't, kill you level 2, right? Like you're saying how you feel like she just one-shots you level 2, but we know, kind of factually speaking, that's not really true. That's only like a third of your health, right?
That's a lot. That's losing.
Do you know how much damage? Xayah and Lulu can do?
No. I don't feel like we can.
I guess that's like a main problem then. Do you know how much your champions can do?
Damaging.
Right? No. Yeah. Okay. So that perfect. Right. So let's look at this. Right. I want you to explain to me how does Xayah do damage?
Root.
Root. Okay. What else?
Empowered autos.
By her W, right?
Her feathers. Yeah.
So how do you get a root?
3 feathers.
Okay. And how do you get empowered autos?
I just press W, press Q.
An auto press Q or
so I can Q auto E, and that's a fast combo you can use to root them, and you still have an extra empowered auto.
Okay, right? So what happens if you do anything other than what you just told me?
Well, then you're not doing damage.
I want you to watch this because this is a very common problem with people who are like need help understanding damage. Right? Is that you kind of have habits that show us, you know, we're not playing strictly towards what your champion's strong at, right? So like if you watch this sequence here, you know, what can you tell me? Is there a problem here about how you play this?
Well, I expected Maokai to knock the Sivir towards me, so that's why I queued early, because I was like, right. So when he jumps in, I'm like, he's gonna spell shield it. But right there, I queue because I expect the Maokai to knock the Sivir into me. Like
Without
even
a
like
doubt in your mind,
flash.
Silver is gonna get knocked back towards you. Without
Yeah.
a doubt in your mind. How does Maokai usually knock people back?
His Q.
But after what? His root, right?
Yeah, you could have flashed though.
Did she get rooted?
No,
So how can we expect her to get knocked back, right?
I don't know. I was expecting kind of like a flash play from because we have our jungler here, so we're gonna win the fight regardless. But I don't know. I guess I shouldn't expect my supports to do that kind of stuff.
Right. It's only we only expect the only thing we expect is our stuff, right? But let's keep watching, right? So you thought she was gonna get knocked back, right? So you went for a Q, right? Feels bad. What about the W? What happened there?
I pressed it so I can start auto attacking with it.
But who'd you hit?
Wait, W hits somebody?
Like,
I thought
you have to
W
hit
was
someone
something
for it
that
to work.
W. Yeah. Did I
Yeah.
activate? So you're saying I activated it too early?
Yeah, like you know, how long did it take for you to hit someone? Look at this. Look at the timer here.
Okay.
It's already half over, right?
Okay.
Isn't that half your damage from W? Right? And then if you have no Q, how do you root someone?
Okay.
You see how like you were correct in that you know kind of where your damage comes from, but you have habits in game that are preventing you from doing damage because you are using them not in the way you told me, right? In the exact way. There's an exact way Zai does damage, and if you don't do that exact way, you're not gonna do any damage, right? that's just the simple of it, right? Or like Maokai is useful because he can root someone and knock him back. He didn't root someone and knock him back. He wasn't useful, right? You see how that works, right? Where it's it's the same pattern over and over again with these champions, right? It doesn't really change like ever from game to game. It's gonna be the same thing, huh?
So this lane is kind of doomed though.
How's it doomed?
From matchup, because we can never root the Sivir because she has spell shield. So like pre-6, this lane is literally just doomed.
Well, how can you debate spell shield? What do you think?
I don't know. Because like Maokai, like the only thing Sivir's gonna be looking for root. Maokai can't use anything else to bait out spell shield because she'll just hold it until she sees root.
So you're saying a challenger Xayah can't beat spell shield with Maokai support?
Well, if I walk up to try to do that, then Nautilus hooks me.
I'm just saying, you know, there's no way to solve for spell shield.
Yeah, so
that's the idea.
This lane is just doomed pre-6.
You're like, oh,
because then after 6 we can all in.
You can say that if it's literally impossible it's literally impossible for Maokai to spell shield. I mean, to root Sivir like this, right? Like you say, if it's impossible, you can't win, right? So all you have to do is come up with a way to beat spell shield. So I mean, off the top of my head, you can just press Q, no? Right when Maokai presses W, you can press Q. You can debate spell shield, possibly, right? Something along those lines. But it's very much like problem solving. It's never really like it's impossible to do this. It's you can't win because you can't win because X is there a way to beat that, right? So that's kind of like a problem solving you can go for where you know your champions do damage or your champions get stuff done by doing this, but they have a way to beat it, like Black Shield. So you're like, oh, okay, you can literally never win because they're Black Shield, but we know that's not true because there are examples of people winning against Morgana, right? So that's kind of the idea. Is how can you reproduce these ideas? So never think of it as like it's literally impossible because it's never really impossible, right? Especially if there's a skill gap. So and that's what you're looking for is you want to be the skill gap in these games. That's how you know people climb overall, right? So, but yeah, we're seeing a lot of feels bad moments in these games. No?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm too far up. My Maokai left.
Well, yeah. What's going on here?
Like, why am I Maokai left, or why I'm up this far?
No. What are you trying to do here?
Farm. I'm trying to push the wave.
Okay. And then what did you end up doing?
I don't know. I tried to stay for cannon.
No. You're pushing the wave, and then what?
What?
Okay, let's say you're pushing the wave with auto attacks. Is there a difference between using no abilities versus using all your abilities?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
More damage for using your abilities on the wave.
Okay, what's the downside? Why doesn't everyone just do that?
You don't have your abilities to fight.
So, what's going on in this example?
I no longer have my route to save myself.
What do you think? What happened? What's the common theme in this lane?
Me mispositioning to my Nautilus.
And how come that keeps happening? What do you keep trying to do?
Farm.
Yes. You're very minion oriented, right? You're like, I need these minions. That's kind of like
why is that my farm is always like this bad, and I don't know how to fix it.
well, you know, it's kind of backwards, right? It's not bad because you're missing minions. Why is it bad in this game?
Lane matchup.
No. Why is your farm bad in this game? Based off the events we've seen so far.
Mispositioning?
How come you can't farm? You literally can't farm because why? Is this?
Because I died.
You just keep dying, right? Yeah. You can't farm because you're trying to farm too hard. Isn't that funny? Or I guess, you know, not really funny, but it's kind of ironic, right?
Yeah.
You're so obsessed with farming that it gets you killed and then you literally can't farm, right? So maybe we're seeing an idea of, oh, how can we come up with habits to make sure that we win the PvP so that we can farm, right? What do you think? No?
Okay. I think I understand.
Does that kind of make sense?
So
Right?
what you're saying is it's better. So like out of every 6 minions in the wave, it's better to play it safe and get like 3 to 4 minions of the wave than to try to push myself to get all 6, but then end up dying and then losing all 6.
You're assuming you're gonna lose minions in the first place. That's not necessarily the case, right? It's more like you want these minions.
You said that I was doomed. You said these minions I had to accept that I wasn't be able to get them.
Oh yeah. But these ones. What about these ones? What about these ones? You ran it down for these ones, right? You could have just lasted them normally. You could have gotten them all, no problem, right?
But I mean, I guess.
So it's like, so what we're saying is, you want minions, they're gonna try and stop you. What are you gonna do about it, right? That's basically your laning phase in a nutshell from what we're saying, right? And when you say you have a problem with poke champions, what's the kind of obvious? If we watched your game, what's gonna happen? What do you think? Every time you ward a minion, what are these poke champions gonna do?
They're gonna poke me.
Exactly. And you know you have a problem because you're gonna get hit every single time if we watch your laning phase against poke champions, right? So that's the idea. You want these minions, the support's gonna do some shit, what are you gonna do about it? It's kind of the habit we're looking to form here, right? And it's probably gonna be the theme of these 3 laning phases at least, right? You see this? Check this out. Is this the same thing or not the same thing? What do you think?
Is this the same thing for, like what, not being able to get minions, or?
Right here. What are you trying to do in this picture?
Last hit.
What are they going to try and do to you?
Poke me for last hitting.
Okay, so are you ready?
Okay.
No, are you ready for this in this example?
Yeah. Yes? No?
We're ready? Look at this. You're definitely not ready, right? This is why first person is important. Check it out. What is your mouse doing here? Look at your mouse movements. Check it out. What does your mouse tell us what you're thinking?
I'm clicking the minion.
Yeah, and what is Saber doing this whole time?
So what was I supposed to do in the situation? Just leave the minions to die?
Well, how much time do you have to kill this minion? You don't think you can dodge this boomerang first? Well, let's say you can't get the minion. That's fine. You just debate the boomerang, right? But it's better than missing the minion and getting hit. You see what I'm saying, right?
Okay.
So it's very much you're not really trying to get every single minion. You're trying to win this PvP battle first. Otherwise, they just beat you up and then you don't get any minions ever, right? Is the idea. Like this. You're already starting with half health for some reason. Right?
So I should not fight this.
No. I'm saying you shouldn't have started with half health in the first place.
So I would have had more health if I had dodged the Q from.
Yeah. Well, you had. It's just like it's not like a specific. We don't really care about like specifics. We care about over the course of 1,000 laning phases. This will happen to you in 900 of them. right? That's the problem. Is in terms of habits and the way people play every game, right? Is that how can we change it so that instead of this happening to you 900 times out of 1,000, it never happens to you, and in fact you can do it to them, right? And that's why people have like Smurfs have like insane win rates, is because they win every single time. How do they win every single time, right? This is kind of like the process of how can we get to that point, right? So let's just watch this part though. I'm just curious to see how the fighting goes, right? Sure. What do you think?
I didn't really believe in the damage Maokai had, so I don't know what I could have done to put more damage onto the Saber there.
I want you to remind me, how does Zai do damage? The 2 ways Zai does damage.
Yeah, root and empowered autos.
I want you to watch your gameplay here and tell me what's wrong. Who'd you root?
Oh, I guess I just missed. I rooted Nautilus.
Did you want to root Nautilus?
No.
I agree. You would not want to root Nautilus, right? Okay. And the ulti is the dodges ulti. Great. That's actually really good. Who'd you W?
Nautilus, but I thought you said to hit the first, like the guy in front.
Yeah, you should hit the guy in front, right? But how many abilities should you use on him? Are you gonna ulti Nautilus because he's in front?
Okay, so just
yeah.
How many abilities?
Nautilus. Yeah, just auto attack. Perfect, right? So that's the idea. Do you know how you do your damage? Of course you do. Now, how can we make sure we do our damage when we want to on the specific target, right? Because like look at you even only did 1 auto attack worth of damage too from your W, but that's besides the point, right? See how much HP she has. How many abilities do we use on Nautilus? Out of our 4 abilities, how many of them do we use?
Like, what, 3 of them?
We used all of them, right? We used all 4 of them on Nautilus, right? If you remember, Q, and then part of your W, and ulti to stop his ulti. Of course.
I guess my W is ended now, huh?
Yeah. You could say that's kind of cheating because ulti is always used for Nautilus ulti. So that was really good, right? But the other 3 abilities, all of it went on Nautilus, and you guys aren't trying to kill Nautilus, right? So you see how like it's becoming it's not that we care about this fight or we care about your divide gankings in the TP or whatever. We care about your habitual usage of your abilities is what prevents you from doing damage in every single fight.
So
right.
Okay. So yeah, this is answering my question of damage.
Yes, of damage. And then the other one where the poke lane thing, I'm sure it's every time you want a minion, you have a problem, right? You need to figure out how to beat them when they want to harass you on minions, right? So yeah, that's basically the damage part in a nutshell. There's a specific way they do damage. There's a specific way you do damage. Are you looking out for it every time, right? Instead of using your abilities whenever. Now this is pretty much doomed, honestly. Oh no! Oh no! Wait, what happened here? What's going on?
So I queued that way because. Wait, okay, hold it back up. Alright.
Yeah.
That's why, okay. I lost track of my feathers.
Oh.
I thought I still had 3 out, and what I thought he was going to do was R onto me again right here. So that's why I tried to E to root him. But
yeah, you didn't have 3 feathers, right?
I thought I did. I just it literally like just went off.
Whatever.
Went off
that's not a problem, right? That's not a major thing to fix. I think we need to fix the things that happened earlier, right? Those are the bigger problems, right? This is also the other big problem, right? What do you think?
I don't know. I thought I was gonna win that.
How did you do damage?
Yeah. I hadn't. Wait, where did my root go? Oh, I missed my root. Okay.
Do you know how you missed your root?
Yeah, I missed my Q.
No.
Yeah, my Q's off to the side right there. Oh, I didn't even have 3 feathers though. Okay.
You didn't have 3 feathers, right? You pressed E and then you auto attack, and so you only hit her with 2 feathers, right? So there's a root combo we're missing here, right? So I think
Q
some
auto
kind of practice tool or
auto QE.
Something. So you probably want to work on that, right? But
okay.
What else? What else here? What's the other way you do damage besides root?
W.
What happened to your W?
I pressed it too early.
Yeah. Look at the duration, right? You're hitting her now. What's the duration on it?
Well, halfway over.
Yeah, it's already halfway over, right? So that's a common pattern you'll see is you don't press W before Q because you're wasting W time when you Q, right? So this is like a mechanical idea we're seeing here, right? Is how do we use our abilities to the fullest potential, because that's, you know, how you do damage, right? So
Okay.
that might be one thing you want to work on, right? So what do you think? How can we make a habit for that? When is this mistake happening?
Just hold my W until I know that I can auto attack them.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And the root one, right? Is wait, don't use E until you know you can root, right? They see how like this is the exact same thing. Is this, well, I guess, do you think this is the exact same thing when she's coming to fight you?
Oh yeah, I pressed W way too early.
Yeah,
And she
yeah,
just
yeah,
spell shielded the root.
yeah. So it's not that you couldn't win. I mean, she has 2 items, but it's insane because you can actually probably still win against Saber, right? So yeah, it's very much like a habitual thing we're seeing here, right? So okay, let's watch the other replays. But we're seeing an idea of laning and how we do our damage. That's kind of the 2 main focuses we're seeing, I think.
On this one, I actually think I did a good job of trading and poking for when she wanted minions post 2, like right here. So she wanted that minion, I autoed her.
Nice.
Go for like another minion. See, like right there, I kind of whiffed the E out.
That was a good try. You know, I see where you're going for there, right? Trying to auto attack QE.
So right there, I zoned her off of cannon.
Okay, auto attack E, sure. Very nice. Keep going, let's keep going. Why do you think you're having an easier time with this laning phase, by the way?
I'm more confident in a Rakan than I am a Maokai.
Think about in terms of...
That literally is why I was acting.
No. Think about in terms of how your habits are. Every time you want a minion, what was the problem?
I'd get poked.
Okay, how about in this case?
Well, they don't really have any poke.
They literally can't stop you, right? So you see how it's like, it's all about habits, right? It's like you might think, okay, sure, you might have more confidence when you have a Rakan or something, right? But you could say that and they could have a brand and you'd still be getting hit, even though you're more confident or whatever, right? By brand W, right? So it's kind of oh, nice root. It's very interesting to see people's habits because it's gonna be the same every single time, right? Because like you're right. You know, Zyrocon's really strong. You want to go and harass the Vayne every time she wants a minion, right? It's all really good. But what happens if it's like Callista Thresh, and then you're like, oh, okay, we're really confident with Rakan. We're gonna go harass them every time they want a minion, and they all in you immediately, right? So you're gonna have, you're still gonna have the same problem, right? It doesn't matter who your support is. You still have to make sure every time you want a minion, do you know what they're gonna do about it, right? It's kind of a main idea, I think, for your laning phase. Because if that's not happening, so far so good, right? As long as you're not getting dunzoed by the support, not bad, right? Pretty good. So
don't use any spells on the support.
Until when? Until when? When do we use spells on the support?
What, to dodge their ult? Like to dodge their CC?
Dodge CC is good,
I mean, Tonkin's CC is really not like too much of a thing. I can't really use my ult against Tom that well.
How about doing damage? What, basically, you do it when you can just
spells if I know I can get the kill.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't know, then we save it for ADC, right? Easy. I think you already know what I'm gonna say about this, but what am I gonna say about this?
Map awareness.
Sure, but what else?
Oh, I could have just probably killed the Vayne.
I don't know about killing Vayne here. How do you do damage?
I could have flashed.
Is that killer?
A lot of damage. I guess not. Tomkins could have W'd her.
Do they not have any summoners? Yeah, Tomkins W, Vayne heal, Vayne flash. I mean, there's a lot of ways this goes wrong, right? What happens to your root? When you press E, what are you looking for?
I don't know.
When you press E, what are you looking for? What do you want?
Well, yeah, I'm wanting to get a root, but I wasn't really.
If this is not a root, there's a prompt.
Right? If it's not a root, don't press E.
Don't press E. Perfect, right? I want you to watch this. Imagine your E is still up. How about now?
Oh shit, that's like 3 people.
Right. So it's very much if you don't know, don't use it. Right? Do you want to see an example?
Sure.
I think seeing some Xayah examples will help a lot. Because this champion is not easy for sure. And this is the kind of champion where seeing examples is like pretty good. Let me see. Maybe we just I don't know. Look at this. Sound good? Probably not good. Hold up. Oh, this one. Hey, okay. Take a look at this. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Sure. I don't know. Fast forward. Okay. Never mind. Fast forward too much. Right at the end, usually speaking. How did I use my abilities from the start? What do you think?
Well, you just used your E to root the Kaisa.
Okay, right? And what about W?
Did you wait right until you hit her?
Right?
Oh yeah,
And
you
then
did
what about
actually.
ulti?
That was to dodge Rengar damage.
Perfect, right? So was everything used correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they get shit on or what?
Yeah, they lost.
They got dunzoed, right? Okay, let me see if there's like other examples. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we can take a look at this. This one's kind of a pig, I think. Oh, feels bad. Let's see, we got other examples here. I want to see like a fight. Okay, let's use a fight. Actually, let's fast forward to this one. Overall, pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So, how do you do it? How do you reproduce? What do you think?
Just E placement.
In terms of how you use abilities.
Well, you're using them on the carry.
Well, like, when am I using it?
Well, like when the spell shield's down.
What was the problem you were having?
What, activate too early?
Right, activate it. Did you know you're gonna get it? Did you know it was gonna work or not?
Okay.
You have to know. Otherwise, it's griefing, essentially, right? You can't do anything if you don't know, right? Or if you don't know, it means it is not gonna work, essentially, right? It has to work for whatever reason, right? They're chasing you, or they can't get away from you, or something like that. But if you use it and you're just like maybe sure, it's always gonna be doomed, essentially, right? And even if it works, it didn't help you get better because you can't reproduce it. The whole idea about winning over the course of many games is you can do the same thing every time, right? Is you can reproduce a victory. So a lot of players are like, oh, I feel inconsistent because sometimes I win, sometimes I don't, right? And they don't know how to make sure they can win every time. So this is one of those things for mechanical ideas. How can we make sure abilities are used every time correctly? Okay, let's fast forward though. I want to see some PvP action here. This lane is pretty good. As long as there's no threat to you when you want a minion, it seems like it's free, right? The laning phase at least.
It was definitely a lot easier.
Yeah. I think you know what I'm gonna say about this, right?
That was just I missed. Like he just flashed out.
He flashed out, right? So, we don't have to commit anything here, right? We should probably just take it slow, right? When in doubt, don't use anything. If you wanted a combo off for Khan, probably only use Q, right? And then when you see him get knocked up, then we auto attack E for root. So it's just same ideas though, all right? Is when in doubt, you just hold on to it. Otherwise, you're not gonna have any abilities up, right? You still die here, by the way. Feels bad. Okay, let's keep going. I'm not really concerned about like the map awareness or the ganks or whatever. I think this stuff is probably what's more important first, right?
Okay.
We're already losing like some.
It's like right now, I
2v2
feel like I'm
ideas.
farming really terribly, even though I felt like I was doing a good job of like winning lane, but I feel like I'm still farming really poorly.
Well, you did miss like a wave or two just by dying there, right? So that's like add 14 to your CS score. So you're not doing bad. It's not that. How do you win games? Is it by perfect CS or is it by winning fights and you take Dragon, take Baron?
I don't know. I've had a lot of like YouTube videos tell me different things. They're like, oh, Papega, all you have to do is just PogChamp farm until late game and you kill everybody.
Right. I mean, that's not necessarily wrong, but it's not like you're not gonna PogChamp farm in lane, right? That's not how you're gonna win, right? Is this? Take a look at this. When you win your games, how much CS do you have?
Like none.
Okay. Does that mean? What does that tell you? You don't need right currently at whatever rank we're playing at. Obviously, you don't need perfect CS in lane to win game, right? It's like, oh, how are you winning these? I'm gonna go back and reproduce. That's the whole idea, right? So when you see someone win through perfect CS, then you say, how did they do it? How can I reproduce, right? But it's not like oh, I think I need to be getting more farm just because I know it's good, and then that's gonna win me the game, right? It doesn't really work that way, right? That's like saying I should be using abilities here because it does damage and it's good. But you know, are you getting max damage and are you killing someone with it? Right? There's always some kind of like context to what we're trying to do here, right? Okay, let's take a look at this. What's going on? Oh, this guy is griefing. Run! This is a fat root here. Oh! You already know, right?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I just missed it.
Okay, what else?
I don't know why they would run down there.
What do you mean? Watch what Rakan's doing.
I guess Rakan is running down, huh?
Yeah, so of course they're gonna run down there, right?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a mindset where they always want me, so.
Well, if we're trying to root someone, when in doubt, what do we do? Is, you know, of course you keep rooting at the first opportunity, right? What should we do?
You could just wait.
Yeah, just wait, right? Wait until it's free. Otherwise, you can't do anything. How about your W? When should we use W?
When I know that I can auto a lot with it.
Yeah, so you already know. You already know what I'm gonna say here, right? It's the same. It's gonna be the same thing. That's the thing about habits is that if you can work on making your habits good, then it's gonna be good every time instead of bad every time, right? That was a really nice route. We got it the second time around. That was really good. Oh, this is a fat W. Oh, feels bad. You see, I was like, it's gonna be the same thing every time. That's what habits are. So, this is a free combo maybe. Oh, feels bad. Not a free combo. No, cannon, ulti. Okay, not bad. Sure. Hey, very nice you didn't use root. Now you have options here. You already know what I'm gonna say about this, right?
So I press W?
Did you hit anyone?
No.
Yeah, you already know.
I kind of forget that it has the attack speed buff, and I always just kind of treat it like it's just giving me feathers.
Oh, but you can't auto attack anyone there either, so it's not giving you feathers, right?
Well, I mean, like, it gives me, like, the feather in reserve that I can auto attack for the empowered autos.
Yeah, but you can't auto anyone there.
What?
You can't auto anyone there. So it doesn't even the feathers.
But yeah, but I mean, like, the feathers. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm just getting them ready. Like, I'm loading my gun.
Yeah,
and
but
getting ready for the fight.
You have 5 feathers here, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, you press W, you're not gonna get any more, right? I know what you're saying. You're like, oh, let's get ready for the fight by getting these feathers. And I know pressing abilities give me feathers, right? That's what you're saying. So I can put more down. I can get a fat E, right? So,
okay.
But the problem is that that's not how Xayah wins, right? I've never seen Xayah win by loading more feathers and then using it later, right? I've literally never seen that in my life, right? So that's kind of like the idea is like, oh, can you reproduce that idea? So if you have an idea that's like, okay, I want to load feathers by pressing W and then we're going to use it later, but I don't have to use the attack speed thing. And if it works, perfect. Keep doing it, right? But if it doesn't work, you probably shouldn't keep trying to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to see if the idea kind of makes sense in these fights, right? You take a look at these fights and it's like, oh, did it do exactly what you think it did, right? Oh, it feels bad. What happened here? Okay, so this is pretty funny. We're actually almost killing him without landing anything. Wait, how is this even possible? Dude, you killed him with all your auto attacks. Holy shit. Rakan did a lot, honestly. Alright, sure? What do you think about this, though?
With what, like my positioning, or?
No. How you played this? Based off of what we're talking about today.
Oh, I thought I played this like shit.
Okay, so how do we play it?
Super scared against it.
So what's our habit here to make? So are you familiar with like the habit formula that I come up with for people to work on?
No.
Okay, so in order to make it like a long-term habit, because if you come out of this session and you say, oh, I just need to use my abilities better, that's not really going to help you over the course of like 3 months, right? Like let's say in a year, are you going to have this problem still? Probably. Most people do, right? So how do we make a long-term habit? So the strategy I use is we find a trigger in game that says every time this happens, we want to do your new habit. So a trigger is like every time you start a fight, every time you get into a fight, right? And then every time this happens, do your new habit. So what's your new habit that you want to do here?
Okay. So like my new habit right here.
Mm-hmm.
What, hold E?
Yes, perfect. That's the exact habit I use when I'm playing Xayah or whatever champion that I really need to land a skill shot, right? Get into a fight, hold E. No problem, right? And you just do that every single time to the point where you can play all these fights out correctly every time. Right? That's the idea, right? So yeah, every time you get into a fight, hold E and hold W probably, right? Should be easy clap. And then you say until when. Hold on to abilities until when.
Until I
You're like,
know that
oh,
it's gonna work.
yeah, guaranteed. Or the other one you said, very specific on your W when they're in auto attack range, right? That one's really good. So that's exactly what it is, right? Sure. Oh, so close. You see how like even here, it's like you press W when you want to hit them, but you literally can't hit them, right?
Yeah.
It was bad. That's the classic on Xayah. One trick you can do is like auto attack, and then when your auto attack is coming out, you can press W. That's a trick some people do.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, let me show you some spicy examples because this is how important W is, right? Check this out. See what happens when you just press W. Look how much damage it does, right?
Jesus.
So you lost half your every time you're using your W, you lost half your time, right? So the thing is like, oh, it might not seem that bad early mid game, but what happens when you do it late game? You're like, you can lose a team fight, right? And then since I haven't used my E yet, oh, we just get 700 damage on Teemo, right? No problem. And use your ulti to dodge his Q or whatever, right? So that's kind of what you want it to look like, right? Let's see if there's anything else here. Oh, this is kind of funny. Oh, this is in lane. Perfect. I think it's more relevant for you right now. Lane examples, right? What do you think? How'd I kill her here?
I don't know. I actually don't know how you won this because like if the karma like turned and queued you, you just die, right?
Where does your damage come from?
Their damage?
Yeah, sure. Where does their damage come from?
Karma's RQ
Uh-huh.
and Saber's Q.
Uh-huh. Okay, what about our damage?
Zaya's damage and bubble.
Is it bubble? Does bubble? Do we? Bubble is really good, but you know, is there guaranteed damage on Ami? That's good.
What, her W?
Yeah, her W is pretty good. Her E is pretty good, right? We don't have to land W. What about Xayah?
What, the things we already talked about?
Yeah, the other things are basically the same thing, right? So if you take a look at this, what happened? Did you see it? Where's Karma Q?
Oh shit! Fuck, you're right.
Yeah, so they just die, right?
Oh,
Honestly, even if Karma did have Q, I just face tank it. So I already know that you know our damage is insane. Xayah W is insane, right? So you press W, you win, no problem. Like if I took a Karma Q to the face here, you think I lose?
So that's what I don't understand. Like I feel like I always lose in those kind of situations. Like so, here's how it plays out in my mind. Right now, here's how it plays out in my mind. Karma cues me, I get auto attacked. Literally, that kills me. That's the way that I always feel when I'm in lane.
Right, because what happens to your abilities? You're not winning because they're hitting you. You're winning because why? You're not winning because why?
Because I'm not hitting them back. Or...
Yeah, you're not hitting them with your abilities, right? You're missing, right? Like half your uptime on W is we've seen W used for full potential like a few times, right? But the majority of the time, it's almost like you don't have one. And the same thing with your root, right? Whereas in this example, you literally cannot do more damage, right? That's like 4 HP bar with the 3 abilities, no problem, right? We didn't even have to use heal, right? So it's not like you're not doing enough damage or you don't know how you do damage. It's more like your habits are preventing you from being able to play the game, and then you just die, right? Does that kind of make sense? Oh, this is just a good luck in Wii Sports here. Oh, nice root. Okay, we need to run until root is back up. Press E soon. It feels bad. This is something else though, right? What happened here? We didn't really get to talk about mid game stuff yet.
Walking into jungle without vision.
I mean, you can see them here, no?
Oh shit! Sorry, I was looking the other way. Okay. What?
How did this become a problem?
You didn't pay attention to the rotations.
Sure, you could say that, right? Okay, what's the main problem? What's the main problem?
The main problem? But you didn't have W when you started the fight?
Let's say you had W when you started the fight. Does that change anything? Right here. Does that change anything?
I guess not.
Not really. He got aftershock, right? So we can talk about it from a mechanical standpoint too. What do you think? Mechanical standpoint.
What? Like, why are we using our spells on the tank? Like Darius?
It's good that you're holding on. Which spell should you hold on to?
Root, right?
Yeah, well, Root has a low cooldown now. Now that you have Essence,
Ult?
right? Or W, right?
Oh, okay.
Or W. So who do you use W to kill?
Fizz.
Okay, what happened? What happened?
You pressed W, but you didn't auto.
Yeah. You didn't auto, right? So that's it, right? From a mechanical standpoint, right? From a map awareness standpoint, we're just like, okay, don't 4v5, right? I'm not gonna worry about that yet. Let's just keep going. But one thing you could do, I think you already have enough to look at. But let's say for out of laning phase, you could say, you know, where's my team? Where's their team? And you can go from there. That's a really simple way to do it. Yeah, this is you.
Oh fuck! I didn't even realize this was me.
Yeah. This is you, right? This is you. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because you're doing a lot of the same things, right? That was a really nice route. So when you do it correctly, it looks really good, right? And then when you don't do it correctly, it looks really bad, right? That's kind of what you're looking for, is how can we keep doing the good thing and stop doing the bad thing, right? Of course, we just insert our habits into making sure we're using abilities correctly.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
I think there was a team fight here where I felt like I did pretty good. Right here, yeah.
Okay, nice route. Wait, what happened to your W? Nani? So it's gonna be the same thing, right? Nice try. Oh, okay. You got some hits in. Wait, why do you? Holy shit! They're griefing. Okay, you just kill his ass. Nice. Fat root here soon. Ah, okay, not bad. If you were playing this out again, what would you change?
What? I don't fucking W's. My W timing. Auto attack the vein more.
Can you be greedy here with the root?
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that I had.
It's always
what?
That's the habit, right?
What? E flash into red pit.
Nah, that's not gonna kill, right?
Yeah. So I don't really.
If you want to do that, what do you need?
Well, I need my W for damage.
Yeah. So then you can E flash into W and then something like that, right? And then ulti the Darius pull or some shit. But here you can just, you can hold on to root, right? It's not about, change small things in these fights, right? It's, if you have these habits, is it better? These long-term habits, right? Is that what you prefer for your team fighting?
Don't feathers like disappear really quickly though?
Not really, no. in the terms of you wanting to press E, like how fast you want to press E, your feathers do not disappear. Like you and me, we're the kind of players to always press E immediately, right? Check it out, right? We're the kind of players to instantly try and do something. That's most league players, right? So, yeah. Feels bad. Okay, what do you think about this? Same thing or not the same thing?
I guess I could have gone more ham there.
No. In terms of ability usage.
Oh. Yeah, I just pressed Q and E. I didn't really.
Right. Is there intention to root here?
Is there intention to?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I wanted to root.
Wait, then how come you only did 2 feathers?
No, I'm just mechanically fucking up. Every time I do QE, I actually am just missing my auto attack.
Oh, okay. Well, are you missing your auto attack? Check it out. You're doing 2 different things here. You want to root him and you want to run away from Fizz, right? And then you press E because why not? You already used your Q. You see how that works?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I promise you, I am trying to like auto attack after the Q. For some reason, I think that, and I thought this was the way it went, that like you can auto attack in between the 2 Q hits. Like right there, you could auto. That's what I thought. Like I thought, like as your 2 feathers were flying out, you could auto.
It doesn't work that way. No, it doesn't work that way. You need a auto attack QE, right? Or you can Q and then auto attack E. But okay. You can't E before you auto attack. Otherwise, your auto attack's feather is not going to come back, right?
Yep.
So And then W usage is like, oh, if you wanted to press W, you should just random down, right? But it's very much gonna be the same. A lot of the PvP stuff is good to work on because there's literally like 1,000 fights every game, right? This is perfect, right? How's this perfect?
Big root.
Big root into what?
A kill.
Well, how do you kill people? Remember, there's a specific way you do it.
So my W.
Your W. Look at your W. How much damage does it do to Darius?
A fuck ton.
1,000, 1,200, right? So that's what you're looking for. How can you repeat that over and over and over and over and over again to the point where you can't mess it up, right? That's what you want, right? And then let's look at this one. Ah, Lucian. So if I see you canceling autos, we know there's a problem. If you're not weaving autos between abilities, right? That's where Lucian's damage comes from. Okay, let's fast forward. Oh, this is the Soraka thing. Okay. I think we talked a little bit about laning phase. So what's the laning phase habit? Every time what?
Every time what is like one of mine?
Yeah, what's the main habit to work on in laning phase?
Farm?
No. It's not farm, right?
What, like wanting to, like, what, figuring out? I don't know. I feel like
what was the main
I'm not understanding the question.
What was the main problem you were having in laning phase?
Positioning?
And then why was it a positioning problem?
I feel like I'm not understanding the question.
Yeah. It's like, how'd you get screwed over in the laning phase? Every time you want this thing, what is this thing?
Farm?
Yeah, every time you're trying to farm, what happened? What keeps happening?
I get poked.
Yeah, you get poked, right? So that's the problem, right? Is that you're getting attacked when you want to farm. No?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too, right? So every time you want to last hit, what's the new habit?
Be ready.
Yeah. You can ask yourself, what are they gonna do about it, right? So when you want this minion, what are they gonna do about it?
Q me with, well, Ezreal doesn't really have mana. Let's talk about Soraka.
Yeah, Soraka's gonna Q you, right? So what's the outplay move here? I guess.
E to the right and auto attack Ezreal.
Perfect. Exactly what I would do, right? But here's the thing: you literally can never do this unless you know it's coming, right? You see how that works? You mechanically can do it for sure, but if you're not ready for it, it's impossible, right? You can't figure it out with reaction time. That doesn't make any sense. You don't have enough time for that, right? So, but yeah, that's kind of what you're looking for, right? Every time you want a minion, you look at the support and say, what are they gonna do? And then, do you have a counter?
So does their AD carry doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
it's
unless it's someone who's like can do something. Like for example, Kai'Sa has line of sight. She's gonna W, or Zai's gonna root you, right? I mean, like what other ADCs are there? Kaylin can Q you, right? Ashe is gonna arrow you or volley you, right? But mostly it's the support. The support's the one that has most opportunities. What do you think? Does that fall in line with your experience?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I would say that usually the ADC has less opportunities to screw you over than the support does, right? So, okay, let's keep going. Oh, nice hook, Nani. Wow, very nice. Fast forward. Good. I want to see some PvP before we call it. Do you have any questions, by the way, of stuff we've talked about, or anything in general?
How do I? So I'm kind of not really understanding poke. So do I just accept that I'm gonna get poked every time I try to farm, or do I just let the minions go and not take the damage?
Well, you definitely don't get hit, right? Because like you said, you're taking 1,000,000 damage.
Well, that's sometimes easier said than done, because like I can get as many minions as I want, but Brand E doesn't miss, and he could just keep eating me until I'm out of life.
How can he E you? Nani? What champions are you playing? You play Xayah. You press W, kill his ass, right?
But then their AD carry attacks me and I die.
Yeah, I see this example here. You're saying it's a brand thing, right?
Then it's a 2v1.
Where's the brand? It was like, okay, here we go. Here's an example, right? He's playing Zyra. He wants to Q you. You walk up, you press W, you auto attack twice, you win.
But like, so alright, so in this situation, I walk up for a minion, she goes to Q me.
Yeah.
I press W.
Yeah.
I get rooted, Veigar WQ, I die. So I don't really I feel like I can't ever win the damage race.
You get
But
rooted because
maybe that has to do with that I'm not using my
how
abilities
can
right.
she Q and root you at the same time?
Or
She can
not,
pick one, right? Then you looking to
but her
dodge the
Q
root.
outranges my auto attacks. Like, so if
Right.
we're in lane and I walk up for a minion, she Qs me. So immediately right there, not only do I take the damage from the Q, but I then try to press forward to look for a further fight.
Let me see if I can find an example here. I think if you see it, it'll make a lot of sense, right? Let's see here. Laning. Let's see. Just anything. Okay. Oh my god, all I have is like all in stuff. Yes, we can take a look at this. What's this? Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, I don't have any examples of poke because it's like just dodging, dodging ability, right? But I can show you examples of like, all in examples. Well, you probably don't need help with that, right? I don't have any trade examples, guys. This is not what we're looking for, right? Okay, so the problem is they're gonna throw shit at you, and you don't know what to do, right?
Yes.
Let's say she throws Q at you. What's our default reaction?
Run away.
Ideally. Yeah, dodge it. Perfect. And now that she has no Q, then what?
I can't fight because her Q hit me and I lost health.
No. You said dodge it, right? Isn't
I said run away. I didn't say dodge it.
Oh,
like I get hit by the
Q.
I now run away.
Well,
I feel like I just get caught in this infinite loop of like I will literally just get Q'd to death. I walk up, they'll Q me, I'll be like, oh no, I took damage, I need to leave, or they're going to all in me right now, and I'm gonna die. So then I start walking away.
Right. So then it becomes a matter of
again, and they do the same thing.
How do you not get hit in the first place, right? Isn't that
Flash?
Let me see. No. How do you not get hit by a regular poke? Let me see. Let me find something. Give me some poke champion, please. Holy shit, no one plays poke.
Is Soraka poke? Karma poke?
Oh, here we go. This is poke. Okay, let's watch this. Fast forward a little bit. Literal Xerath Ezreal, right? Okay, how do we do this? Okay, let's watch this. This is basically what we're talking about, right? They're throwing shit at you, right? Sure. Let's fast forward. We already killed all the minions. Okay, here we go. Guy sniped his ass.
But see, this is the difference because you're also poke. I don't play poke champions, so I can't keep up with their poke.
Well, what am I doing that's allowing me to not get poked? What do you think?
Pushing?
I'm pushing. Yeah, you can push, right? Ah, I griefed there. I got hit, right? But you see, what did I try and do here when he was queuing me?
Move?
Yeah, I was trying to dodge it, right? But then I agreed for the minion as well. But you can dodge first. This minion was not going to die. Or, I guess it was going to die, but you say, is that worth getting hit, right? Usually it's not worth getting hit, so no problem, right? Don't get hit. And then, he has no Q, so you can farm peacefully till whenever. You see, how did I dodge that Ezreal Q? What do you think? It's all poke, right?
Yeah.
How do you dodge it?
Made it look like you're going in one direction, you go the other way.
Yeah, looks like I'm running it down, right? And I instantly dodge when I think I'm going to throw it, right? So, same thing with these guys. When they think you're going for a last hit, you dodge it, right? Let me see some other examples here. Okay, sure. Basically, every time you want a minion, You're gonna dodge first. You see how? What did I do there?
You just walked up and you dodged.
Yeah. How come? How come I know he's throwing a Q?
You could see him charging it.
Why is he trying to throw it at me?
Because you're wanting to farm the melee minion.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's the idea. Oh, there I got hit. That's not good. But every time you want a minion, they're gonna try and throw shit at you. So can you? What are you trying to do there? Are you trying to dodge? Are you trying to fight? Usually it's just dodge, right? Let me see. Let's fast forward a little bit because once I have more move speed, it's like really clear. Okay. Fast forward. Here we go. Oh, how come they can't hit me? Oh, I got hit there. Feels bad.
Just movement speed and unpredictable movement.
I demand.
Why is it unpredictable?
Is it JSUT me or is class
you're
a
moving
bad
every which
ADC
direction.
and low ELO?
No. Here. Okay, how come I'm allowed to move anywhere I want?
Face.
I don't know.
Are there any minions here?
No.
So how do they know? How can they hit me if I'm not trying to get any minions, right?
Yeah, I guess.
How come he could hit me
Like-
here? How did he hit me here?
You wanted to auto him.
Exactly, right? So when you want something, that's when we're gonna throw shit at you, right? So it's your kind of job to figure out how can you not get hit when you want something, right? That's kind of basically the main idea we're saying here is how do you make sure you don't get hit when you want something, right? Like that. How are we dodging everything here? What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know because I'm used to getting hit by one Ezreal Q and then I lost
Okay,
90% of my life bar. So I don't.
I'm gonna slow this down.
Cause like, all right. Cause this is what I feel like happens in my games. It's like right here, Q. All right, I may have dodged that. W, that hits you. I'm now at 1 health, and I don't understand how that happens. I feel like I go from full to like 1% health, like it's nothing.
Yeah, because you get hit once, you're dying, right? Take a look at this. How do you basically it's a question of how do you dodge? How do you dodge better, essentially? When I'm going for this cannon, what am I actually trying to do?
Dodge the spells.
Yeah, we don't want to give a shit about this cannon, right? Okay, we kind of care, but if you get hit, that's like a problem, right? You want to dodge, and then you can get the cannon, right? So you see, I'm already dodging before the skill shot comes out. That's the idea. You see this range minion? Dude, we only hit it so we can debate abilities, right? And you're like the opposite. You're like you want the minion, and then you get hit by it, right? You need a dodge first. Is a kind of a good way to put it. Every time you want a minion, you need to dodge their abilities first. That's gonna be how you can beat these poke lanes, right? Otherwise, you're always gonna have this problem where you feel like you want a minion, you get hit, and now you can't play the game, right?
Okay.
That's what you're trying to avoid. So, and sure, we're getting a shield, so it looks easy or whatever. But I also bought a Vamp Scepter to make it easy in case I get hit. But this is kind of the idea. You see this, right? How am I able to dodge like 3 skill shots here?
Make it look like you're going for the minion.
Exactly. Make it look like I'm trying to hit them. Make it look like I'm going for the minion. And then they throw this skill shot and you get it for free, right? And then you can like fight or whatever you want. So, I don't know. We're getting ganked here or some shit. But sure. Oh my god! That was a sick trap. Okay. But yeah, that's the idea. You make it look like you're trying to do something. And then you convince them they're doing it. They throw a skill shot at you. They can't play the game, right? So that's kind of what you're looking for in these poke matchups. I want you to think if you dodge their abilities, you're already winning the game. Don't worry about the minions, because when you worry about the minions, you just get hit, right? Does that kind of help or not really?
I get where you're coming from, but I feel like I just have like a fucking curse, because even if I dodge all the abilities, they'll auto me once and I'll literally get one shot. I don't understand where their damage comes from, and I don't understand how I am supposed to keep up with other people.
Right? They have a specific way they do damage.
I wish I had a recording, because at level 4 against a LeBlanc, no joke, I am not falsifying this at all. I was at 90% health. The LeBlanc tower dived me and one-shot me.
Yeah, she like QWE ignite, right? Something like that. right?
Yeah, and I went
Yeah,
from
yeah.
90% to 0. How am I supposed to counter? How am I supposed to counter that?
You're playing Zarya, right? So when she's going for a QW, what can you do?
I don't
How do you
know.
do your damage when she's doing her damage?
But why does my damage matter if I die in half a second?
You kill her in half a second too, no?
No,
she's under
there's
tower?
no way I do.
If she's
Because
under tower,
she W's in, QE in half a second, W's out. She takes maybe 1 tower shot.
I mean, what do your abilities do?
My root takes
Remember,
longer than that.
How do you do your damage? Root
My
and
root-
W.
Yeah, but my root
do
takes
you get
longer
root?
than that to set up, though, doesn't it?
How do you get root?
3 feathers.
Okay, where are you gonna put those feathers?
At the LeBlanc.
Perfect. So Q her, auto attack. She W's in.
But
Root when
she's
she goes back. Easy, right?
Wait, goes back to.
You
What?
just said she W's back. You
No,
got
like
W in and W
so
back.
the way that it was is that I was at tower. She was coming down from Tribush, from out of tower range. She W'd in, I died, and she W'd back.
Right here, right?
Yeah, she was.
Because you're standing right here, right? She's
No,
over the wall.
I was not even there. No,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not.
you're here. You're here.
I was. I can't really control it. No, like I was behind the tower.
Like this.
No, to the right.
This.
I was there.
You
And
were
then
in front
she-
of the tower.
Yeah.
How is this behind the tower?
I was no, I'm like behind the tower, like in between the tower and the wall. Yes, I was there.
Okay.
And she was like in between, like she was down, like she was walking towards me. No, up,
This.
up,
Any of
up,
these?
like before
Oh.
she gets in the lane. No, like lower, like right where the intersection of the lane and like lower, right there.
Here.
In half a second, I died. Literally,
That's not-
like I saw her, she flash W, ignited, EQ, and I couldn't even get an auto off, and I died. And I don't
Right.
know how I'm supposed to fight that.
Right. Do you know it's coming in the first place?
Yeah, but I didn't have summoner spells, so what am I supposed to do?
I guarantee
Am
you,
I
you
supposed
did
to
not
just
know
be
it's
out of the
coming in the
tower?
first place, right?
Then
What are
I
you
guess
doing?
I didn't.
What are you doing under tower?
Right now, I was farming.
You're always farming. I promise. Let me show you. The reason why I know you're not looking at it is because this example, right? Remember this one? We are farming under tower and Saber just keys you in the face. This is literally the same thing except LeBlanc, right? Let me see. Where is this example? You know what I'm
But
talking about, though, right?
What could I have done to counteract that? Because I
Anything
can't
but
set up a
die,
route.
right?
I can't set up a route fast enough.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't do anything, right? Like this. Sometimes you can't do anything, and you give it up. No problem, right? But if you just try and do something that's impossible, every time you will get hit. I promise you. If you cannot come up with a solution and you just go for it anyways, you're gonna get hit. But I think right now your problem isn't that you're coming up with solutions, it's that you don't even know she's firing a boomerang at you. Or you don't even know LeBlanc is looking at you. That's the problem.
But okay, then I do know LeBlanc is looking at me. It doesn't matter if I'm in
like
Fountain
every
if she can
time.
kill me in half a second. Like
Yeah,
what's
Let's say
what's
she's
my
looking
aim?
at you and she's 20 and 0. And you literally can't do anything if you go for the cannon. Don't go for the cannon.
But she still kills me anyway. If I start walking back, then she'll still walk up, flash W, Q, E, ignite me, and I still die. So what's my counterplay?
How did she get to 20 and 0 or whatever, right?
She wasn't 20 and 0. This was
So
level
you're
4.
saying she
had
is
no
0
kills.
0
Yes!
and you are full health.
I was at
That's
90%.
physically impossible.
I swear to God, that's what happened.
Yeah, show me the replay. Pull it out right now. Go to your recent match. Let's watch it. And we'll end on that.
Maybe.
note.
Wait, no, she was 1 and 0. She had an amp tome.
Show me. You know how to pull up a replay on the Elite client?
Yeah, let me.
Go to match history. We'll fast forward to this moment. I'm gonna watch this, okay? I'm telling you, my prediction is you wanted a minion, she's looking right at your dick, she dumps her whole keyboard into your face, and you just die.
Well,
That's
yeah,
my
I
prediction.
was going for a minion, but my question is that even if I wasn't going for the minion, I still would have died.
Okay, yeah, let's take a
If I was,
look. Let's take a look.
Even further behind my tower, I
Let's
still
take a
would have
look.
died.
Oh, I can wait. Chad's telling me I can look it up in my client too. Okay, let's see.
You're streaming?
Oh, yeah. Is that a problem?
No, I just didn't even know you were fucking streaming. That's funny as shit.
Interesting. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not streaming. Okay, I can watch it from here too, actually.
Yeah, I have it open like in screen share if you want to
Yeah,
do that.
I got it. That way I can control it. Where's the LeBlanc game? This one. Okay. How do I go back? Right? Is this one? LeBlanc support?
Yeah, LeBlanc support. Someone is singing lullabies downstairs, and I'm very scared.
Are they good at singing?
No, it's like it's not even like an adult that's singing it. It's a child.
Oh.
And I live in an apartment, so.
Feels bad, man. Sometimes unlucky, huh? Okay, let's take a look. You said it was like level 4 or something, right?
Yeah, it was like around level 4. She had an amp tome. I think she had 1 kill, and I was at like 90% health.
Watch this real quick. Here.
No, this was.
Is it before or after this?
I think it was after this. I think I backed. Yeah, that wasn't it. I backed.
Sure. Let's press forward. What is happening? Okay. I don't know what happened there. Is this it? Looks like she used flash, right?
That wasn't it.
This wasn't it?
No, it was just her that did the damage.
Okay. This one.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
This one here, right?
I think this might be it.
He has no flash though.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah?
What the fuck?
What do you think? What's the
I
problem
don't
here?
know.
You don't know what the problem is here?
I know what the problem is now.
What's
after
the problem?
you coached me. The problem is that I'm walking up way too fucking far. I should just get that cannon and then just leave it as is. But I don't know why I need to expect her to be able to do that.
I want you to watch this and tell me what you're trying to do here.
I'm trying to farm.
Yes, and then what? I want you to watch this very closely. This is important. You're trying to farm? What are you trying to do?
I was trying to root Caitlyn under tower.
Why?
Like, if she's gonna auto me, then she'd take tower shot, and that'd be good.
Okay, so who wins? If she takes tower shot and she autos you.
I guess her still. It's level 7.
Why? Why did they win?
She's level 7.
No. What else? That's not because they're level 7. It's 2v1! What do you think you're trying to do here, right? So it's like, you're not having a problem because they're like killing you with like random abilities. It's more like you're trying to go for a minion they're hitting you, or you're just trying to fight when you don't win, right? That's it. It's physically impossible for you to win. And you're asking me for a solution where you win, where it's physically impossible, right? How do you?
So right here, my answer is literally just.
You're already dead. Right
go
here.
back to base.
No, it's don't fight. You just get XP, no problem, right? Is that not right?
Okay.
Right? How are you supposed to win? Physically impossible, right? And you can't. Why can't you root here? By the way, why can't you heal your bait root here?
Why can't I?
Yeah.
Because like she goes back on her W and I can't.
No. Watch this. What happened to your combo?
Oh, I threw it at Caitlyn.
Exactly. So you see how it's like, you're looking for a solution here that's like, it doesn't exist. Because either you don't have abilities, or you're trying to hit someone, you're trying to fight someone. But the bottom line is like, you're trying to make something happen that's just impossible. And there's no solution here because there's literally no way to do it, right? The solution is, don't do it, right? Don't do something that doesn't work, is the idea. Yeah?
Hold up, I gotta close chat now. I wish I didn't know you're streaming. They're being very mean to me.
No, yeah, don't worry about chat. They're boosted. Okay, don't listen to them. All right, but that's the idea, right? Is how are you supposed to win this? You can't. So don't walk up, right? That's your problem. You want to pick fights, you know you can win, not try and randomly fight them because they are in auto attack range, right?
Okay, I know that you already did the 3 games, but if I donate like another amount of money, could you cover this game, please? Because I really don't know what the fuck I did in this game.
Well,
like,
we already know what we're gonna see based off our habits. Right? What are we gonna see? Tell me. What are we gonna see?
Just so much damage.
No. Tell me what we're gonna see. If I watch this laning phase, there's two things I'm gonna see.
I have bad habits of going for farm when I'm not supposed to.
Yes, you know you're not looking at them when you want farm. And what's the other one?
What?
It's mechanical.
Like,
It's mechanical.
yeah, using my fucking W in my combo too early.
Yes, you're not using it correctly, right? You're using it when you don't hit it. I promise. We'll watch like a few minutes, all right? It's on me, right? But I promise you, it's gonna be these two things over and over and over again. That's the thing about habits, right? Is that it'll be the exact same thing, all right? That's why. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to your Dunzo, but you got Dunzo, right? Okay, push forward. Let's just wait till the blank is the lane. Okay.
I wasn't paying attention on level 2.
Sure. Uh-huh. Why are you losing? Why are you losing that?
Level advantage.
Yeah, you're trying to fight when it's not possible, right? Okay, that's forward. Is this oh, very nice. Press W, killer S. You probably didn't flash. Oh, you didn't have flash.
I accidentally hit F in the beginning of this game when I was typing.
Oh, that's not lucky. Don't worry about that. Why does the camera keep doing things? Okay, sure. So far, so good. Sure. How do you take so much damage? What do you think?
Well, I was already like no life bar. See, guy right there. I was trying to do the like. She comes in for pokes. I was trying to fight back, but
Oh yeah.
she just W's away, and I can't do anything about it.
Watch. I'm gonna slow down.
I W'd her like you said.
I'm gonna slow down. What? What happened?
Fucking what? I pressed W and I auto attacked her.
How slow were you?
Well, I was already in auto attack animation.
No, you
for
weren't,
the-
right? She W'd, then you auto the minion, and then you noticed she was there, right?
I had a lot of ping.
Let me rewatch. Let's rewatch. It's very clear the ordering, because that's your habit right now. The ordering is very clear, alright? I want you to watch this.
So I need to focus on the champions and not focus on the farm.
Yes. You want the minion? She's full Papega trying to hit you. You fucking hit her back. Easy.
So
Easy win.
should she lose this trade right now?
Yes, you press W. Or you can Q auto attack root. Anything like that, right? Literally anything. But
I
the
go
thing
for
is,
LeBlanc or I go for Kate.
it doesn't. I mean, this guy's closer, no?
Yeah,
He's in
but I
auto
thought
attack
you
range.
said don't put your abilities into the support.
If you're trying to all in, right? If you're trying to kill people, right? Here, this is just a trade, is it not?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
yeah.
just
If it's an all in, yeah, we're looking at saving our abilities for ADC, right? But this is a trade, right? So, is this, you want a minion? You can hit, she's trying to stop you. She's not thinking about what you can do. You just hit her back. Easy win, right? But because you're so focused on this minion, 1,000 times out of 1,000, you will go for this minion currently. And that's what we're
Minions
trying
are
to
good
fix.
and they give me gold, and gold gives me items. I want
And that's
gold.
why you keep losing lane. It's because you think that these minions are so important, it's worth taking damage, right?
Yeah.
And then you start losing a bunch of HP, and then now it's like now you can't get the rest of the minions because you have no HP, right?
Okay.
So that's the problem right here. Every time you want a minion, he's literally hitting you every time you want a minion, and you just hit the minion instead, right? Let's go. Let's watch some more minions here. Sure. Echo's here. You guys get away. Oh my god, he's trying to fight this for some reason. Please go home, right? Sure.
I actually fucked
You already
up.
know what I'm gonna say, right?
Well, that one I didn't even click her. Like I think I just missed my click a bunch.
Right. Or I want to watch this. How do you use your abilities here?
How do I?
How should you? You want the minion?
W
LeBlanc's gonna try and fuck with you. What do you do?
W LeBlanc,
Yeah? What do you Q?
Caitlyn.
No? Oh, you could. But that's probably not my first choice, right?
I mean, I don't really feel confident queuing LeBlanc because then she just W's back, and then now I can't have a root on her.
Where is she coming from?
The bush.
Yes. Where? So you can just Q the bush, right?
Okay.
Or you can just not use your Q. That's probably even better. You're not sure? Don't even use it, right? But here's the thing. Because you're so obsessed with the minions, what happened?
I used my Q on the minions.
Exactly. And now you're like trying to root nothing. You see how this works? It's
Yeah.
literally these two things in conjunction that's holding you back right now, I think. Right?
Okay.
Every time you want a minion, they're gonna do something to you, and you just react, but you don't have a plan, right? And then also because you're using abilities or whatever, we're having problems with PvPing, right? So that seems to be the #1 issue you're having, right? It's literally every time you want a minion, they're literally trying to mess with you, right? Like even here when they kill you, right? Check it out. Guaranteed going for a minion, and then you go for it. You're literally going for it no matter what. One of these two minions, right? And she just walks up with a chain. I promise you, this is the thing to fix. I don't know how else to put it for you, dude. You want a minion? You say, okay, I want a last hit. You look at their support. I want you to stare at. You have vision in this bush. I want you to stare. You want this minion? I want you to stare at their support. Okay? Look at what is he trying to do? What is he trying to do? What is he trying to do? He's walking up with the chain, right? Look at this. How telegraphed is this?
What is my answer to that? Just not be hello health in the first place?
You can dodge a chain, right? You can go for the minion, dodge a chain, no problem. But you don't like go for the minion and take the hit. That doesn't make sense, right? Literally come up with anything that isn't just get hit. I think is a good way to put it, right?
Like not get hit?
Ignore all the minions. I want you to play like you don't give a shit about the minions. You just want the PvP to be perfect. Okay. That's what you're going for, right? That's the #1 thing you should work on. In lane, every time you want a minion, do you know how they're gonna try and stop you? And then anything to do with fighting, make sure you know how you're getting your damage off, and don't use your abilities otherwise, right? Those are 2 easy habits for you to work on. I think for literally every single champion, every game. I think laning will actually look really good. Remember the whole Zyra Khan thing against the Vayne Tom?
Yeah.
Looked really good, right? Because they couldn't do anything to you when you wanted a minion. That was 10 out of 10. That's what this is. You want to reproduce this.
Yeah.
Now you just need to make sure you can do it against champions that can do something to you when you want a minion, like Soraka or LeBlanc or whatever, right? So that's what you're trying to work on right now. And then out of lane, make sure you know how your abilities interact with the enemies.
Okay.
You know how you do your damage. Don't press those buttons until you can guarantee it. Okay.
I'll be honest. I actually like completely forgot that Zaya's W gives her an attack speed buff.
Yeah, this is.
I literally thought it was
OP,
just for
right?
loading feathers.
Nah,
I also
it's very
forgot.
strong.
I also forgot that it gave you like that little extra feather thing.
Extra feather thing?
Yeah, like you know, you auto, and then there's like that circular looking auto, like when you auto.
Oh, you mean like empowered, like an empowered auto?
Yeah, her W's is literally like empowered autos, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not just the feathers that like the held feathers that give you the empowered auto, but
No,
literally
the W, right?
literally like yeah, it gives you like an
Attack
extra little
speed?
bit of damage.
Yeah. Grants her bonus attack speed
Yeah,
and
additional time. Yeah,
for
see,
20%.
I didn't even fucking know it did that. God fucking damn it! I'm
now
platinum.
You know.
Okay.
Now you know. All right. And if you are ever wondering about other champions in your game, you need to look it up. All right. Or you need to watch the replay and say how much damage. How did they do their damage? Like Tom Kench is gonna eat a bitch, right? Or he's gonna stun someone with his tongue, right? Nautilus is gonna auto attack or Q, right? It's all the same. Okay,
Yeah.
it's all the same. Sounds good?
Yeah, I think.
You think you can work on
I may
that?
have just fucked up yelling.
Oh, did someone wake up?
I think that the person that they've been trying to like put to sleep this entire time, like woke up, and I think I can hear them coming up the stairs very angrily.
Uh-oh. Run.
Run!
All right, I'll let you go. But don't forget, you wanna make sure every time X happens, do Y habit, right? Every time you want a minion, look at their support. How they're gonna stop you. And every time you want to fight, make sure you're using your abilities correctly. Okay?
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Saber,
no
for exposing me for not being that good. How did I get platinum? I have no idea.
That's okay. I think you can do really well once you can start working on these abilities. You're not really lacking for mechanics. You're lacking for good habits. Okay? So once those are down, I think you can do really well. All right?
Why did I reopen chat? Damn it. It's too mean.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
A lot of pretty much the questions I had was answered. My question on farming was answered as just don't get hit. Like focus on the people first.
Yeah. No,
And then the
int is
question for
farm.
damage is that I literally wasn't using my spells right. So
Yeah, exactly. There's a specific way. Think about it this way. Every champion has a specific way to do damage. You just need to figure out what it is. And then look out for it in game.
except
right?
for fucking goddamn it. Yeah.
No, every
Okay.
single champion has a way to do it, right? So
So Ash is just like fucking WQ.
or Q and W. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Ash is
Okay.
literally W and Q, right? W poke into
Okay.
Q. So
Okay.
yeah. All right, then good luck in your games. Hopefully you don't get ganked by your neighbors, and yeah.
Ganked by my neighbor.
Let me know how your games are going, okay?
Yeah, I will do that. I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna play one right now, and I'm gonna
Nice.
tell you how it happened.
All right,
So,
sounds
all
good,
right.
dude. Sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Bye.
See ya.